Happy Holidays 2024 from the short story universe. As we wrap up an incredible year filled with thrilling tales, epic adventures, and unforgettable characters, we want to take a moment to celebrate you, our amazing audience. Whether you're here for comics, drama, action, fantasy, or a mix of it all, your support fuels our creativity and brings our stories to life. Again, happy holidays, and thank you for being part of the short story universe. Thanks for clicking on my video home for the holidays. To fully enjoy this video, please ensure CC closed captions aka subtitles is turned on. Heads up! The characters, events, locations, etc. in the following story are fictional and set within the short story universe. Home for the Holidays is a modern-day, holiday, soap opera. So, we're talking about tangled relationships and secrets. A sudden turn of events. A sinister element. Escalating drama with soap opera flair. Holiday-themed suspense. And a shocking ending. So, grab a cozy drink, settle in, and get ready for Home for the Holidays. Be sure to stick around after the story and enjoy the amazing AI podcast that deep dives more into this epic story. The story takes place in this fancy home, all decorated for the holidays. Its owner is the central diva of the story. Her name is Selandra Davis aka Lady Dove. She's the stern, motherly, witty type. She's not just a stern diva. She's hiding a lost love, a financial disaster, and a connection to one of the Crawfords she doesn't want anyone to know about. There's Adina, the oldest daughter. She's feisty the same as her mother, Selandra. Adina has a few scams underneath her belt, so to speak. Yet, no one would call her a scam artist, to her face. Carl Davis is the oldest son. Handsome, male model, yet devilish. His charm hides a dangerous flaw. He has a history of betraying people, romantically and in business, and Jane Austen is Carl's current girlfriend. For now, at least. Lon Davis aka Lon D is the youngest. He's working on his singing career. His dream of being a star makes him ambitious and curious. Lon D has a channel on the popular site called ShortStream All-in-One. It's like taking all social media and Amazon combined into one. Not to mention the dark mail section. What dirty info can you find on others hidden inside the dark mail? Or spicy info? Lon D digs into the dark mail section for tea on the Crawfords, but finds a piece of incriminating information about his mom, Selandra. The discovery puts him in a tough spot. Should he reveal that he knows what truly happened to his father Nat, or keep quiet? Guess who's coming to dinner? It's the Crawfords. Clarence and his wife Olivia are en route to the Tour de Holiday drama. Cecil Crawford is their son. He's possibly from the Plus community. Cecil is navigating coming out while under pressure from his controlling parents. He may or may not be boyfriends with his roommate Brandon Whitmore, who's also coming to the holiday party. Brandon is the voice of reason, with his own hidden agenda of taking over the Crawford smart cab company. Last on the guest list is the next-door neighbor, Greta Aldridge. She's a high school drama teacher. While she seems polished and composed, Greta has a struggling past she's trying to leave behind. Her attendance at the party isn't just casual, she has her eyes on Clarence. Plus, Greta knows something that could ruin Adina's upcoming court case. Essentially, Greta is at work while attending this holiday party. Any drama comes Greta's way, she's here for it. Oh, wait, did we forget about the uninvited person who pops up at the holiday party? His name is Kirk Cornwall. He's a bit shady. Yet, Selandra seems really cool with it. Interesting. So, at the holiday party, all the guests have arrived. Selandra suspects something is up between Clarence and Greta but doesn't have proof. Tensions rise as sly glances and awkward interactions build throughout the evening. Selandra isn't just hosting for the holidays, she has a hidden reason for gathering everyone. She'd recently discovered a piece of dark mail about Brandon's ex-adult entertainment career. During dinner, Olivia is polite but passive-aggressive, dropping small, cutting remarks about Selandra's past showgirl lifestyle, which is why she's called Lady Dove. Clarence lets it slip that he and Olivia have been keeping financial troubles under wraps. Also, Clarence and Olivia now suspect Cecil and Brandon are more than roommates. The snowstorm causes a power outage. This traps everyone inside the house, forcing unresolved conflicts to boil over under the flickering candle lights. A man named Kirk shows up at the front door, claiming to know Selandra. Once inside, Kirk and Selandra behave like former lovers, yet old business rivals. Strange. A secret is revealed during dessert. Cecil's relationship with Brandon comes out in an emotional confession. Cue shocked gasps, teary confrontations, and dramatic exits. A heated argument turns physical between Carl and Cecil, a slap, a shove, and a dramatic breaking of fine china. Adina and Brandon try to break it up. Selandra, of course, demands order in her home. Selandra quickly starts the gifts exchange. Yet, one present contains something shocking, a piece of incriminating evidence, a photo of Selandra's confession written in her journal, that heightens the tension. Selandra marches out of the house and into the snowstorm after the revelation, and Kirk lovingly chases after her. This leads to an unforeseen accident as Selandra furiously backs out the driveway, into the streets. Suddenly, a speeding car crashes into Selandra's car. The holiday party now takes place at the local hospital. Selandra reveals that Greta is her firstborn. Selandra got pregnant at 16. "I put you up for adoption. I instantly knew it was you when you moved in next door," says Selandra. Moments before she passed away, Selandra reveals that she and Kirk had something to do with Nat's death. Lon D. quickly called the police. Kirk was arrested in the waiting area. Nat, who never died from that poisoned bowl of pumpkin porridge, entered the room wearing a splendid fedora and a fancy trench coat. Nat insisted that Selandra be cremated. Lastly, Nat mixed Selandra's ashes with pumpkin-spiced peanuts and gleefully fed the peanuts to the doves in the local park. Wait, there are a couple of things to add to this story. Selandra had the greatest talent up her sleeve, the talent of playing dead. Plus, Selandra donates tons of money to that hospital, so. Exactly. LOL. Happy Holidays 2024 from Vandale at the Short Story Universe. Up next are two AI podcasters who deep dive more into this and the short story universe. Enjoy.
All right, so we're diving into Vandale's home for the holidays today.
Oh, this one's fun.
It's not your typical, warm and fuzzy holiday story.
Definitely not your Hallmark movie.
No, not at all.
This one's got some bite to it.
Yeah, it's a real, it's like a holiday cocktail, but with some some spice added into it.
Yeah, we got that holiday cheer, but then there's this soap opera drama mixed in, and then just when you think you know what's going on,
oh yeah,
you get hit with a twist that's just bam, what just happened?
Exactly, yeah. And the source material for today is really just the short story itself.
Yeah.
So, if you're listening, you've already read it.
You've done your homework.
We're just going to kind of unpack it all and have a discussion about it.
And I think what makes this deep dive even more interesting is Vandale himself.
Oh, yeah.
He's a unique author. I mean, he calls himself the sole creator of the short story universe.
The short story universe.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but it's like he's created his own world with these stories. And he's very self-aware, too, right? Like, with the lull sprinkled throughout the story, it's like he's winking at the reader, saying, hey, I know this is crazy, but let's have some fun with it.
Totally. Yeah, it's like he's in on the joke.
Exactly. And I think that really adds to the whole experience. But let's, move beyond Vandale for a second and actually jump into the story itself.
Okay, let's do it.
So we start off at this super lavish holiday party.
Oh, yeah. Lady Dove's place.
At Selandra Davis's house, a.k.a. Lady Dove. And let me tell you, this family, they are a powder keg of drama.
Oh, we are, right from the start.
Just waiting to explode.
The setting itself almost feels like a character, Like this big opulent house all decked out for the holidays, but it's almost claustrophobic at the same time.
Especially once that snowstorm hits and everyone's trapped inside.
Exactly. There's no escaping the drama.
No escape. So we've got Selandra the matriarch, this stern woman with a mysterious past.
Lots of baggage there.
Oh, tons of baggage. And then her three children. Adina, the oldest daughter, she's got this knack for scams.
I was working an angle.
Oh, yeah, always. Then there's Carl, the handsome but kind of volatile son.
Quick temper.
Very quick temper. And then Londi, the youngest, ambitious, but he's got a secret of his own.
Oh, yeah. Everyone in this family's got secrets.
Everyone's got secrets. Then we add in the Crawfords.
Oh, yeah, the Crawfords.
Clarence and Olivia, they're these controlling parents facing some financial troubles.
And their son Cecil.
Yeah, who's got a whole hidden relationship going on with his roommate, Brandon.
So much going on already.
And then to top it off, we throw in Greta,
Oh,
the
Greta,
seemingly polished drama teacher.
who also happens to have a connection to Selandra.
Right. It's a lot to keep track of, I know.
It's like Vandale just throws us into this whirlwind of personalities and relationships.
Right, it's like he's saying, good luck figuring this out.
Exactly, but that's part of the fun, right?
It is. It's like a puzzle. And then just when you think things can't get any more complicated,
Who shows up?
Kirk,
Of course.
Solandra's former lover and business rival, shows up at the party.
Talk about stirring the pot.
Oh, he is like a match in a powder keg.
It's like Vandale is playing with these classic tropes, you know?
Right.
Like everyone has a secret thing.
Totally.
But he elevates it, turns it into this puzzle box where all the pieces are connected, but you just don't see it yet.
And he does it so well. So you've got all these secrets simmering beneath the surface, and then you start to see those cracks in everyone's carefully constructed facades.
Especially as the party goes on.
Oh, yeah.
And Olivia starts throwing these little digs about Solandra's past.
Right, like the showgirl thing.
Exactly. And then Solandra's getting suspicious about Clarence and Greta.
The tension is thick. You can cut it with a knife.
And then the snowstorm hits.
Oh, yeah. The snowstorm.
It's more than just bad weather.
Right. It's like this symbol.
Yeah, like a catalyst.
It traps them all inside.
Forces them to confront everything.
No escape. And then, boom, Cecil drops the bomb.
Oh, yeah.
He reveals his relationship with Brandon.
Talk about a chain reaction.
The drama unfolds.
Carl goes after Cecil.
Yeah, always with the temper. Adina tries to be the peacemaker.
And Selandra, she's trying to hold it all together.
Desperately trying to regain control. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
And it's so interesting how Vandale takes this classic coming out story and puts it against this backdrop of pure chaos.
Right.
It's almost absurd, but it also highlights the real pain and prejudice people face.
Exactly. It's like he's saying, look, this is serious, even amidst all the craziness. So we've got secrets, simmering resentments, a snowstorm raging outside.
And then it's time for the gift exchange.
Oh, yeah, like that's going to go smoothly.
Of course not. This is Vandale we're talking about.
Right.
He uses the gift exchange to set up the next big twist.
He always has a plan. Because, during the gift exchange, some incriminating evidence about Selandra comes out.
And she loses it.
She completely loses it, runs out into the blizzard.
Followed by Kirk.
Oh, Kirk, always right there. And that's where we get the first big cliffhanger, the car crash.
Talk about leaving us hanging.
Vandale knows how to keep us hooked. But we'll leave it there for now.
Okay.
Make sure to join us for part 2 of this deep dive, where we'll unpack the aftermath of that crash, delve deeper into Solandra's past, and analyze that shocking deathbed confession.
It's gonna be good. So we left off with that car crash.
A real cliffhanger.
Classic Vandale, right?
Yeah.
But this is where he takes us deeper.
Deeper than just, a typical soap opera.
Exactly. He uses those familiar tropes.
Like the dramatic exit.
Accident.
To explore something more.
Yeah, like what are they really running from?
The past.
The past, exactly. So we're at the hospital now.
Solandra's on her deathbed, seemingly.
And this is where those layers start peeling back.
About Selandra.
Yeah, like we see who she really is.
Or who we think she is.
Right, because with Vandale, you never really know.
True. That hospital scene, though, so intense.
Yeah, it's like heavy.
Yeah, you can feel the weight of the secret she's about to reveal.
And it's a big one.
A bombshell.
Greta.
Oh, yeah, Greta.
The drama teacher.
What about her?
She's Solandra's daughter.
Oh.
Her daughter? Given up for adoption years ago.
Wow, no one saw that coming?
Nope. Vandale throws that in there just to shake things up.
He loves to keep us guessing.
He does.
But it makes you think about family, about identity, about all the things we keep hidden.
Exactly. It adds this whole other layer to Solandra's character.
You see her differently after that.
More vulnerable.
Yeah, less like this, ice queen.
More human.
Right. But then she drops another bomb.
Oh, yeah, this one's a doozy.
The confession.
It's about Nat.
Her husband.
Supposedly dead, remember?
The poisoned porridge.
Turns out she was involved
With Kirk.
In faking his death.
Wow. So many lies.
It makes you question everything you thought you knew.
Right, like, can you believe anything in this story?
That's what Vandale does. He plays with our perception of truth.
He's a master manipulator.
Just like Selandra,
So what happens next?
Londi, always thinking ahead, calls the cops.
Smart move.
Kurt gets arrested.
Right there in the hospital room.
Justice served, right?
Yeah, finally.
But then
Let's know there's a but.
there's always a but with Vandale.
I should know that by now.
Nat walks in.
No way, Nat.
Nat, alive and well.
But the porridge?
Never poisoned.
So he was in on it.
Maybe. Or maybe Selandra was playing everyone.
Even from her deathbed.
Possibly.
This is crazy.
It is, but it's brilliant.
It keeps you on the edge of your seat.
That's Vandale for you.
And what about that last detail?
Oh yeah, the ashes.
Selandra's ashes?
Mixed with pumpkin-spiced peanuts.
And fed to doves.
Only Nat would think of that.
It's so strange.
Bizarre, but also kind of fitting.
For Selandra?
For Selandra, for their whole relationship.
It's like he's trying to honor her in his own way.
In a very Nat way.
But it also makes you wonder, what's his motive?
Is it love?
Or something darker?
We'll never know for sure.
That's the beauty of it.
Vandale leaves it open to interpretation.
He gives us the puzzle pieces, but we have to put them together,
And sometimes there are pieces missing.
which makes it even more intriguing.
So we have fake deaths, surprise daughters, peanut-flavored ashes.
It's a lot.
But there's one detail we haven't really touched on.
Oh.
That hospital donation.
Selandra being a generous donor.
What if it was more than just generosity?
What are you getting at?
What if she staged her death?
Faked it.
Think about it. She had the means
And the motive.
to escape her past.
To start over.
It's a possibility Vandale wants us to consider.
This changes everything.
It does.
What about Nat then?
Is he in on it?
Or is he a pawn in her game?
That's what we'll explore in part 3.
I can't wait.
All right, so where do we even begin to unpack all of this?
I know, right? Fake deaths, long-lost daughters, ashes mixed with pumpkin spice peanuts. Vandale really threw everything at us in this story.
He did, but through all that craziness, there's some real depth to it.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just a silly story. It's about family secrets, the weight of the past, the desire for control, the masks we all wear.
It's like he's taking those classic soap opera tropes, amplifying them, and then using them to say something profound about human nature.
Exactly. Think about Selandra, this powerful matriarch.
Yeah.
But underneath all that, there's this vulnerability, this longing for connection.
Her past as a showgirl, giving up her daughter, those elaborate schemes, it all points to this deep-seated need to control her own narrative.
To protect yourself, maybe.
Maybe. And then there's Nat. Is he a victim? A manipulator? Or both?
I still can't figure him out. That whole pumpkin spice ashes thing. So bizarre, yet strangely touching.
It is, and it's another example of Vandale playing with our perceptions. He gives us these clues, like the hospital donation, Nat's reappearance, and it makes us wonder, did Selandra orchestrate everything?
Is she even really dead?
It's a possibility Vandale wants us to consider. And if she did fake her death, what does that say about Nat? Is he in on it? Or is he being played too?
So many questions. And I love how Vandale doesn't give us easy answers. He leaves it open to interpretation.
That's what makes this story so compelling. It forces us to think critically, to engage with the text, to embrace the ambiguity.
And let's not forget about the short story universe. It's like Vandale's created his own little literary world where anything can happen.
It's a world where the lines between reality and illusion are blurred. A world full of secrets, humor, and unexpected twists.
Home for the Holidays is a wild ride, full of over-the-top characters and situations, but it also asks some really thought-provoking questions about family, truth, and the choices we make.
If you're looking for a story that will keep you guessing until the very end, look no further. Vandale's short story universe will definitely keep you entertained.
And who knows, maybe it will even make you think a little bit too. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Here's to a magical holiday season and a fantastic year ahead. Let's keep dreaming big and exploring new worlds together. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, share it with friends, and subscribe. To join our ever-growing short story universe family, be sure to click that bell notification so you never miss out on our next epic adventure. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.